5 News at Sunrise starts now.
Good morning, everybody. 6:30 on the dot. It is Friday the 13th. I'm Austin Reed.
I'm McCloy, and we'll get to all of your top stories in just a bit, but we do weather first.
Yes, we do. Cameron Laughlin is live with what's ahead as we're getting closer to the weekend. Some big changes you're talking about?
Some pretty big changes, Austin, in the sense that we're going to get cloud cover late in the weekend and a chance of some low-level snow. The moisture not real strong with this one, though, on Sunday. You're going to have to wait till the middle part of next week to really get some stronger systems. 0 in Roseburg, that's the lack of visibility right there. 0 miles. 8 in Medford, 10 in Brookings currently as we start off. 24 currently the temperature in Medford, 16 Wairika. East side numbers in the teens so far. So it's cold, but not as cold as yesterday, although the difference between 19 and 24 in Medford is not all that great. And we do start off with clear skies, so that alone is a good sign for your commuting plans on this Friday. No major problems do I expect later on today. However, Sunday, you'll start to see a shift in the weather pattern, and I'll talk about that up ahead. And I'll have your school bus forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Our top story is all new this morning. Looking for a job? Well, look no further than the new Brookings Bi-Mart. Applications now being accepted to fill 50-plus positions, both full and part-time. You can apply at the WorkSource Oregon office in the South Coast Center in Brookings. Applications will be accepted until January the 20th. The company hoping to open doors by late March.
Meantime, Home Depot says they are hiring more than 70,000 seasonal positions for spring. The world's largest home improvement retailer has already begun recruiting. The spring is Home Depot's busiest selling and hiring season. Locally, the Phoenix Home Depot says they are interviewing people right now and will be making an undetermined number of hires this spring. Last year, about half of the company's seasonal hires stayed on in permanent positions.
All new at 6:30 now. The investigation will continue today after an ambulance caused first responders some alarm in Medford yesterday morning when it caught fire. The vehicle is privately owned, and fire officials say it was being converted into a cleaning truck when it started smoking. The interior of the ambulance totally charred. Luckily, no one injured, though. Cause of the fire still unknown. And another investigation continues today after a driver in Medford hit the curb entering a driveway and ended up in the hospital yesterday. The female driver was turning left into the driveway of the Jackson County Elections Office. Emergency responders say she missed the driveway, hit the curb, clipped a telephone pole, and took out a tree. The airbag deployed, causing major bruising to her legs. She was transported to an area hospital to be checked for broken bones. And you don't hear this one every day. A female that witnesses say was having an argument with a family member jumps out of a moving vehicle. It happened at the intersection of Berkeley and Spring Streets in Medford around 8:30 Thursday. The female was taken by ambulance to an area hospital. Police say she is expected to survive her injuries. No word, though, on why she may have ejected herself from that car.
And at 6:33, a Medford parking plan that has caused outrage by some business owners and shoppers, it's not going to change. The Parking Commission made it official yesterday. The plan, as it is, stays. It limits the amount of time people can park to 2 hours downtown. The commissioners had planned to review it for changes this month, but now they are putting that off until March.
6:33 and all new this morning. A poor economy may be leading to the misuse of a public fund used to cremate the state's dead. A record 358 people were cremated by the state of Oregon, 278 of which were paid by the Indigent Burial Fund. It's a program designed to shoulder the costs for people without families. The money comes from a fee tacked on to death certificate filings. Funeral directors believe the fund was misused by families who refused to pay for funeral costs, thinking the government would cover the fees. Some believe not only the economy is to blame, but that the problem stems from the fact that no one organization governs the fund. The state is looking into that situation.
Jordan Vandersloot will be sentenced today in Peru, 2 days after pleading guilty to a murder charge. On Wednesday, Vandersloot pled guilty to killing 21-year-old Stephanie Flores in a hotel back in 2010. His attorney claims Vandersloot made the plea in hopes of earning a more lenient sentence. Vandersloot was also linked to the death of Natalie Holloway in Aruba back in 2005. The case had remained a missing persons case up until yesterday when a judge legally declared Holloway dead. A new game plan has been announced to find the person who killed 23-year-old David Grubbs in Ashland. He was found dead on the bike path there 2 months ago. With little information and no suspect still, the family of David Grubbs and Ashland police now hoping that a new commercial sponsored by us here at KOBI TV will lead someone somewhere to provide the missing link to his murder. You will see these spots running starting today right here on Channel 5. And at 6:35, following up now, we have some good news this morning for cat lovers.
With the accidental killing of a Medford couple's family pet last month, animal control officers are promising sweeping changes in policy.
That's right. Statistics show of the nearly 3,000 cats taken in 2010, 80% of them were euthanized. So we talked to the shelter director late yesterday who confirmed they will now hold cats overnight unless they are suffering. The shelter has also purchased a new microchip scanner to handle cats who are exhibiting aggressive behavior. Officials also say the shelter is now looking on improving ways for the community to report and look for lost animals on their website.
Well, do you remember Walter, that obese cat up in Portland? He's there for adoption. Well, this morning, he has been adopted.
But get this, officials at the Oregon Humane Society are actually saying Walter should gain weight. Well, vets say that with his new surroundings and a change in diet, Walter dropped 3 pounds in 7 days at the shelter, and that's actually really dangerous regarding a cat's weight.
They say Walter should eat whatever he wants for the next few weeks before being put on a strict diet to slim down.
He's a lucky cat.
He gets to plump up and then he has to go on a diet.
I love his eyes, by the way.
He's so cute.
He is cute. All right, 6:37, we do weather and traffic back-to-back, top half of every half hour. Cameron, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I'm going to be on Walter's diet this weekend. I'm going to be eating, watching a little football as well, so I expect a good weekend. Going to see some high pressure right here. Continue to stay put for today. Tomorrow starts to move out and meander out. Finally, though, we are going to begin to break down this ridge as this low pressure could be able to move through Sunday. The big story Sunday, not the amount of moisture with it, but how cold it will be. There's going to be a lot of what we call a cold advection. That just means colder air moving through the area. Really going to impact our forecast in the sense that snow levels could drop down to about 1,500, 2,000 feet. Medford's at about 1,300 feet, so no guarantees, but nonetheless could see a mixture of a rain or snow shower near the surface on Sunday. Current visibility limited in Roseburg. Elsewhere, no problems so far. And your outlook today, again, no problems other than staying warm. Of course, it is a January day. Fairly typical for that amount of time, at least this morning. And then this afternoon, we'll begin to see some clearing if any of these places do develop fog, with afternoon highs even reaching the 60s by the coast. So that's the place to be. I'll tell you more about your forecast up ahead, and I'll have your to-the-point outlook.
Cameron, thank you. 6:38 travel report time. It's brought to you by Southern Oregon Subaru. A live picture for you downtown Grants Pass. This thanks to our friends over at the Daily Courier, our good partners in Josephine County. Pretty quiet on the roadways this morning. A little bit of fog. Watch out for that. Just looked at tripcheck.com. No accidents, no delays on I-5 all the way from Weed, California to Roseburg. No flight delays to report, so let's get to your travel alerts. The second one you're going to see, very important.
Yes, so the first one, 5th Street closed weekdays from Bartlett to Apple this through February the 3rd. And then this is what we're talking about. Watch for workers on 4th Street between Jackson and Riverside, on Hillcrest as well, between Stanford and Mariposa. Sunrise at KOBI5.com is our email. You'll definitely notice that construction, and you will see road workers, so just be cautious and maybe find a different way to go in the downtown Medford area. All right, it's time for Pump Patrol. Let's get to Austin Reed with your least expensive gas prices.
The Pump Patrol, brought to you by McDonald's.
Weekend, a lot of people may be heading out. Oh, Martin Luther King holiday on Monday, so a long weekend for some. 337, your best bet. The Fred Meyer in Medford this morning, 343 in Ashland. The other Fred Meyer, Grants Pass, also a good bet, 336 on the east side. Roseburg prices is still your best bet in the Southern Oregon area. $323. The Arco offering that price. $339. Beautiful Southern Oregon coast. $387. Still a little bit high in the upper Northern California coast, Crescent City. The Yreka USA Gas, your best bet this morning at $369. More Pump Patrol next week and only from Sunrise. And back to you.
Justin Reed, thank you. 6:40 now. Sunrise at 6:30 is just getting started. And coming up, Weekend Spotlight. It is back. It is Friday, and you know what that means. Facebook Friday shout out. So shout out to us on Facebook. Let us know what you want to say. Just go to our Facebook page right now. You can find us by searching KOBI TV. Before we head to break, though, here's Matt Lauer with a preview of what's coming up in just a few minutes on Today.